All right. So, with all the fall games coming out, some crazy news comes out sometimes for the fall.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like crazy things like new games are coming out for 2023. Sometimes we like getting surprises of what's coming forward. Sometimes we get a Nintendo Direct that comes out of nowhere. Maybe Sony State of Play. But most of the time, it's most of the year really. But I think fall this year is kind of a little different. Is a lot of gamer drama, I guess, maybe as that's the word I'm looking for. And of course, not of course, I'm lying to myself. I'm not gonna say of course here. But the one that is being targeted for a while, I would say it's been like a couple of weeks. It feels like a couple of weeks. Maybe it's been a week of it. But let's talk about Bayonetta. Bayonetta, is coming out this month of October.
Yes.
For the Switch. It's the third installment. It's a game that everybody's been anticipating for a very long time. We still have people out there that are still upset that this game is not coming out to other consoles, where they need to rip that band-aid off and just get a Switch or move on with your life. You still got the first one that you can still play it on other consoles. And, whatever. Oh, speaking of that, I believe also the Bayonetta physical copy will be coming out this month, too, that you can buy for you collectors out there.
Bayonetta 1?
Bayonetta 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they did have Bayonetta and Vanquish in a pack as well.
They did, but that was not for Switch. That was for PlayStation, Xbox, and that came out, I think, a year ago. But this is...
yes, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're talking about physical copies for the Switch edition. So we know we're getting Bayonetta 1, because you could buy Bayonetta 2 with the digital copy of it at the time. But now, it's possible now for a Switch collector to have the physical copy of 1, 2, and the third one that's coming out this month. So
good for them.
Yeah, and I think the first one is the physical, I think is $29.99, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but if that's the price, that's a good price. So I would go for that.
Yep, you're right. Could be $40.
Yeah,
$50.
I just know it's not a whole huge price, and I don't know who's the people that ported the game. I don't know that whole story. So if anybody managed to find out what the date is and get a copy of it, I would like to hear your thoughts down below. But Bayonetta 3, everybody's excited about it, and now I feel like that it's a bit of a crazy mystery, because due to the story behind Bayonetta 3 that's going on, if I've been hearing that the pre-orders and has gone even higher, like, because of this. It's almost like, bad news is good news in that situation, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, though. I mean, Bayonetta 3 has never got... actually, a Bayonetta game has not got more attention than this one compared to the other one. The other one's like, oh, it's cool. This one, because of everything that's going around it, now everybody's aware of it, and now probably looking at it like, that game looks cool. I want to pick it up. So... so it could be leading to the best-selling Bayonetta in the whole series. It's a possibility. So,
I mean, hey, you know what? Never mind. We'll get into it once we get a little deeper. Yeah.
So, the issue with Bayonetta that we heard about for a while led to a boycott. Now, this ain't nothing new. Gamers boycott a lot of things in gaming, all right? We have seen this through many generations of people boycotting about something to add in the game they don't like, something to take away from a game they don't like, some game got canceled, some decisions were not made the way I want. We have seen boycotts over and over and over again. If not boycott, then just an outrage with the community about something. Okay?
Robber.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. And I know I have my share of things I have to say. I know you have your shares of things. I think gamers all just have their own opinions, especially in the world of social media. We hear it loud and proud for the gamers.
Emphasis on loud.
Loud, very all caps. So, or private videos on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. I mean, everybody has, the news talking about this boycott has started real early, and everybody's on top of it. Everybody's topping it. About the story about Miss Helena Taylor. And if you don't know who she is the original voice actress for Bayonetta in the first one and the second one. And
as well as, I believe, Smash Brothers and things like that.
Yes. So basically, she is she is Bayonetta. She is Bayonetta. And the fact that she came out, which is kind of interesting, that that when she decided to come out about her situation, about she wasn't being, the reason why she did not reprise her role as Bayonetta due to the amount of money that she was getting paid for her work, felt like an interesting coincidence that she's going to do it towards the time that this game is going to be coming out. And what's interesting about it is like must have known this way before, right? I mean, she got offered it. No, then someone else, then Miss Jennifer
Hale.
Yeah, came and took over it. She had to known for a while, but she tried to save this up, due probably to an NDA, but she tried to probably break that to talk about it now, trying to stop this train from going, right?
Yeah, try and hit them where it hurts in the wallet.
Yeah, so she mentions that she was only offered $4K for all the work she would have done for this. Now, when the news first came out about it, I think I have learned now, and I think a lot of people should be learning, is this is one person's point of view of it, and we need to hear everything that's going on before we put our full opinion. But I get it for YouTubers, influencers. They want to hit it right then and there, get those hits immediately, and then follow up after that so they can get more hits of it. I get that 100%.
Content is king.
Yeah, I understand that completely. I understand the game. I get it, all right? But for me, I wanted to get the whole picture and then talk about it, because I wanted to just kind of see what's all going on. I want to hear from both sides and then weigh in what's going on. So after Miss Taylor mentioned that in about 4 tweets and stuff, she recommend gamers to boycott this game, start a hurrah. And of course, gamers in general, sometimes wherever the first person, it's more like, let's help the little man. Let's help the people that help make the game for what it is. I get the 100%. I get that. But most gamers, when they hear something bad, they want to automatically go right into boycotting, just because. Like, it's like, oh, you got treated bad. Let's boycott this. Let's do it now. And it's like, well, this is only one person's point of view of it. We don't, just because she says that doesn't mean the other studio. Most of the time, we do give that stigma or that reputation that always studios screw over the workers that work hard there. So we tend to believe most of the time of the workers over that. But in this case, this is the voice acting world. So we're in a different kind of playing field. And I get 100% of the status of voice actors do not get paid as well as they wanted, especially not, it goes beyond video games. It goes beyond through, anime, cartoons or whatever. So that also comes with a territory where it's easy to believe, or not really believe, really understand where Miss Taylor is coming from of, this game is going to sell like gangbusters, but I'm getting this much. So I get that 100%. Now, for that going further, we are waiting for a statement to come. But before that, and Jaron, please stop me if I am taking this, if I'm out of hand on this. But I believe Miss Taylor also dropped a little attack on Miss Jennifer Hells. Miss Jennifer Hells for taking this role, or whatever the reason it is behind it. She kind of
threw her under the bus.
Yeah, threw her under the. Yeah, okay, cool. Then I can say that. Yeah, took a shot at her, attacked her a little bit, and so with that, Platinum comes out. They say they're professional. The by the book quote. Yeah.
They're PR. They PR.
They say it, and then Miss Hell came out and said, basically paraphrasing, let my work speak for itself. Let's be positive. Let's be positive. Because a lot of people probably didn't know this, but I think people were really behind Miss Taylor. But looking at her record, she hasn't done a lot of stuff that Miss Hell has done in comparison. Miss Hell's been in the game longer than Miss Taylor. I believe I'm correct. Miss Taylor, really, Bayonetta is her most iconic role for it.
That I am not familiar with the rest of her catalog of work. Not as familiar as I am with Jennifer Hale. Jennifer Hale has done a lot, but Helena Taylor, associated her voice with Bayonetta. Period.
So I think it's different if she was on the same level as Miss Taylor to kind of shot at her, but since she's been in the game long, I'm like, I don't know, you should be aiming at somebody that's been in the game longer than you. for that. I mean, I don't think it makes sense. It actually doesn't make sense to throw her into this situation because it has nothing to really do with her. It's between you and Platinum in that kind of conversation. But anyways, then we get people going to calculations about maybe 4,000 was not the right price she would have got paid up. It was more like maybe 1,500. She got that. Which, Pete, this is the community putting the math in. This is not the studio saying, no, we offer her this much. She's lying. That's never out there. People were doing the math based on what she said, how much she was going to get paid by the hour on the time that she was going to be working on this game due to how many data logs, all this stuff. So there's a lot of conversations going on, and I guess I'm going to let you talk in a second about the whole situation, but I think the main question is as a gamer, was this any way going to really stop you as a gamer, me as a gamer, everybody gamer, to pick up this game due to this battle between Miss Taylor and Platinum? And for me, it was not going to stop me from getting it because I understand where she's coming from this, but that is the situation between them two, and it did not affect me in that way, say, comparison to the Blizzard situation. That feels a little bit more effective because that was hurting everybody. That was hurting a lot of people in that kind of situation. So I get that. Plus, at the same time, I don't really play a lot of Blizzard and Activision games, so that was an easy get out anyway. But the sexual harassment, all that stuff, that's a little bit more important. I mean, a little bit more high priority that should be more aware of than someone being lowball paid for this situation. So for me, it was not going to stop me from getting it and especially after hearing the full story now. Yeah, it didn't really kind of stop me for it. But Jaron, I'm going to let you kind of speak because you did speak your mind on a couple of these events, say Twitter. But now that you saw the whole picture, what is your full thoughts about the whole situation?
Taking a deep breath because I'm about to climb up in it. All right. First, I will admit, as soon as I saw Helen and Taylor's thing, I was like, oh, dag, that sucks. All right, cool. Brandon and I, my wife, we're gonna go ahead and boycott Bayonetta 3. We won't buy Bayonetta 3. Okay. That's all I said. I left it there. I left it at that. And then, of course, over the next few days, as more information came out, I was like, oh, okay, wow, okay. We start getting multiple sides. So something that I noticed when I said my piece, and my piece was a very little piece. I was like, okay, sure, I'll boycott it, whatever. Was the fact that other people were saying, yeah, we're going to boycott it. And then we're going to take another step further. We're going to bomb Hideki Kamiya with what we think and just and
review bomb. Is that what you were saying? Review bomb?
Not review bomb. No, bomb his Twitter with comments.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so for those who don't know, Kamiya has a rule where if you add him or whatever in English instead of Japanese, he will block you, period. And that's his right. You may not like it, but that's his right. If he doesn't want to respond in English or deal with you in English, he won't. So they ran Kamiya off Twitter. Like he temporarily deactivated his account or whatever. And then they started taking a step further and going after Jennifer Hale. She didn't do anything wrong as of this recording. She kept it totally professional. She kept it, hey, let's be nice. Let's just chill. Like you were saying, let the work speak for itself. She kept it professional, kept it PR friendly. Mm-hmm. I couldn't co-sign on either of those things. The Twitter mob, you hear one thing and you immediately rush to go crusade and get those brownie points. And I'm sorry, despite what a lot of people may say, I still think most of them do that, BS for brownie points. Not because it's the right thing to do, but because they can get some brownie points. So when the truth came, well, I'm not even going to say the truth. When additional information came out beginning of this week, as of this recording, that showed that, no, Platinum Games did XYZ, and Helena Taylor didn't like that, then everybody started saying, wait, what? Where's the proof? and Jason Schreier of Bloomberg said, hey, I have the proof. I've personally seen the documents, but I can't reveal them because, legal repercussions, and I'm not burning the source that I have. So, of course, everybody started breaking up into camps of, yeah, sure, the sources, trust me, bro, I don't believe you. Justice for Helena Taylor. Other people are like, wait, this changes things. This is not cool. This is not cool. And other people were like, I knew it. Shouldn't have popped off at the mouth. So everybody's caught up now to where we are now. Mm-hmm. The lesson that I took away from this, and I posted about it again, I was like, hey, it's okay to recant if you spoke a little too soon, spoke a little too fast, and didn't have the whole story. It's okay to say, hey, I was mistaken. Let me pull that back. Let me retract. Let me not put out more misinformation. I didn't put out any misinformation. I just said what I personally am going to do. But I noticed a lot of big time verified Twitter users, YouTubers, they kind of had to eat a little bit of crow. They kind of had to say, hey, my bad. I was rushing off without hearing everything out. And I don't know what your thoughts on this are, Jeremy, but this underlines the need for critical thinking, i.e., I know you want to believe, the downtrodden or who appear to be the downtrodden, but sit back and just try and gather all the data, as much data as you can. Ask questions. That's what's wrong with a lot of people these days. They don't want to ask questions. They don't want to. I'm not saying question every source unless you have to, but don't just believe what one person says out of hand, period. At least ask for some proof, corroborating evidence. Be a little bit more stringent than the court system. And the court system has to have proof.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah, I think that's definitely because I have to sit back and listen to the full picture. And most of the time, I think it's weird, right? It's so many different rules as a human being when it comes to those certain situations. Because there's some situations when it comes to a broad audience that you want to hear both sides, but it's totally different when you're close to somebody, right? Like if you came to me about somebody, I would automatically go for your side because chances are I'll never hear that story from the other person, from that. People, I feel like they were treated like that. Like you guys act like Miss Taylor so much that you automatically took her side and you don't know what's going on this side of the story, and it's different. Like you don't know her. And the fact that I am disappointed Ms. Taylor was triumphing of going boycott instead of just, hey, let me tell you the story why, and that's it. And left it to us to decide if we want to make a difference. But since she kind of championed it, like, I want you to go out there and boycott this game. Yeah, there's gamers out there, they're going to do that, Yeah. They're just going to do it because there's some people that are just, they don't look at the whole information. Two, they love that game that you're part of. Somehow they connected with you in some certain way, and you want to go just straight out to go do it instead of looking at the whole picture. So for me, that's why I don't respond early. I kind of just read what's going on, and then I wait about maybe a week before I see. If I don't hear anything new about it, then I'm like, okay, then since we didn't hear about it, then I'll take that person's point of view of it. Because no one else is speaking about it. So if she's the only one, if that he or she is speaking that her own truth, then that's the only information we got. Then we're just going to go on to it. That's just what it is. But yeah, that's the reason why, like, I normally look at a lot of your stuff because you drop my stuff all the time. So I kind of just skim through it. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on it.
With news.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. I think the only thing I ever quoted, I think maybe I jumped the gun and I didn't rest, was the new House Party trailer, but that's a different story. But anyways,
that's not jumping the gun. That's just facts.
Yeah. But I think that we gamers, of course, and not just gamers, this is just people in general, because this is not just happening in the game. It happens in the movie world. It happens whatever.
Yeah.
Is that don't act like these people. You don't get too close to these people that you don't know in person. Okay,
yeah, they're called parasocial relationships.
Yeah,
don't form those.
Yeah, just more of like just try to understand where they're coming from, and then just kind of just see what happens next. Just a wait and see. I get it, and it also doesn't help that we have people out there. Your people that you go to for your main source to tell you what they feel, and you want to connect to that. I know that we have reviewers. We have our gamer people that we go to on YouTube, and if they say something about it, you want to believe them. Like, yeah, I love this guy's opinion. I'm going to trust his opinion that he trusts Taylor's quote, and sometimes that's not always true, because like you're basically saying that he's never wrong. He could be wrong. Yeah, and then you get mad at him for being wrong because you believed in him, because you didn't care to do the research yourself. You just took all on his word. And as we talk about full circle, is some of these people do it to get views. Yeah, they're going to shoot the gun early, and then they'll make a video to apologize later, so they get more hits from you. Maybe
they'll make a video.
Maybe. But if they do, they're just going to get more video about it. Regardless, the strategy is to jump the gun sometimes, and then follow the story through several videos to keep you going, because most people are not going to go do the research. They leave it to you. That's why they subscribe to your station. Like here, please subscribe to the In-Game Boss program.
If you know what's good for you.
For information that they don't want to do it. But I always recommend, like, go do your research and then hear all of it. It's almost like for me, reviews. I don't go to one person review. I go to several different reviews and then find the pattern for all of them. Are they all saying kind of the same thing? And do I like that?
Are they known for their RPG reviews and then they crap on a driving game? Are they known for their driving game reviews and they crap on an RPG?
Yeah.
Know your sources.
Yeah.
Question your sources.
Yeah. That on top of that, don't trust just one, I guess. That's what I'm saying. Don't trust just one. And even if it's coming from the horse's mouth as Miss Taylor, I still don't trust it 100%, because it's just whatever she's feeling in the moment. She could be emotional. She could be upset. She could be whatever, Yeah. And you don't want to just go that. A lot of people put their emotions on Twitter. And sometimes people take the quotes into their own hands and put emotions into it. It's like a text. You read a text, you're like, yeah, exclamation points changes the whole outcome of the message sometimes. Anyways, that's basically the full circle in my opinion. Is there any last things you want to add before we move on?
My takeaway is this. I have slacked, and I need to tighten up my tendency to give benefits of the doubt. I hand those out a little bit too much. Mm-hmm. And I mean, there's always mitigating circumstances, but when it comes to, they said, this company did this, or this person was wrong this way, and I don't know either of them from a can of paint, I need to tighten up the whole jumping size. I'll say, oh, that sucks. If they did that, then yeah, I would be mad too. Or, oh, wow, I heard this up. I need to start remembering the word allegedly is used for a reason. Mm-hmm. It's used for a reason, because unless you have stone cold proof, the court of public opinion is a joke these days. I'm sorry, it is. Everybody has this may sound cynical, and I am sorry, Jeremy, but this is me. That's the evil of Aku. Mm-hmm. Everybody has an agenda. Everybody has a bias, and a lot of people are not capable of looking inward and identifying those biases. They may see something and they're projecting whatever onto it because of their experiences, and those experiences are valid. Mm-hmm. But that may still blind. They may not see that they are their own blind spot.
Okay. So with all this, the question still leads to you. Now that you heard everything, would you be picking up Bayonetta 3 now, or are you still boycotting it?
Or are you still waiting for more data? Who knows? So
just for the fact it's still unanswered. You don't know if you're still going to get Bayonetta 3 or not.
Oh no. I've thrown away the whole boycott thing. I'll get it maybe if it's a decent price.
Okay.
But
okay. All right.
It's a friggin' game.
Okay.